What's up everybody, Dr. McKay here, welcome back to my channel. Today we are continuing my Star Trek Online playthrough. This is like part 21 I believe. We're going to be starting a new set of missions called Future Proof. Before we get started, if you like the content, don't forget to hit the like button, don't forget to comment and subscribe for YouTube. And feel free to follow me on Twitch where you can watch me live and stay up to date on all my content. So yeah, I'm trying to reach 200 followers on Twitch, so your support is much appreciated. Before we get started in the playthrough, a quick word from today's sponsor. I'm really excited to be partnering with HelloFresh. Use my code to get 50% off your first box and 35% off your next 3 boxes plus 3 gifts at the link in the description. But who are HelloFresh, you may ask? Well, meal times are made simple. HelloFresh provides all the ingredients and inspiration needed for stress-free cooking and meal planning, making it easy to serve meals that you and your loved ones will enjoy. HelloFresh has perfectly portioned ingredients that get delivered to your door hassle-free. You can select your weekly recipe from a variety of great tasting options. Modify the servings per recipe and schedule delivery at your convenience. And of course, you can pause or cancel your subscription at any time. HelloFresh offers many different recipes per week to choose from. The variety of choices means your dinners will always be different, and it gives you opportunity to try out new meals. You can also select unique options such as calorie smart, quick meals, and family friendly recipes. Each meal uses fresh ingredients from suppliers selected by HelloFresh. You can be sure that the ingredients you get are always fresh and of high quality. So if you want to spice up your meal times, I'm here to help. Use my code to get 50% off your first box and 35% off your next 3 boxes plus 3 gifts at the link. Offer ends Sunday the 23rd of April, so if you want great tasty meals, act now. And thank you HelloFresh for sponsoring my channel. Alright, so last time on Star Trek Online, we basically did some work in the timeline. Basically, our first mission went to look at an anomaly that sent us into an alternate timeline where the Enterprise C was captured by the Tholians. That was a whole different story. We managed to, get free, and then, went on a bunch of other time shenanigans. It was crazy times. We managed to pull through all right using the Odyssey Star Cruiser, but I thought we'll go back to the Prometheus class. Now I've retrofitted it, give it a new paint job, and changed a few of its features. I quite like this design. This is going to be our ship for this set of missions. I hope you will enjoy the content. Let's go with hailing our mission. So our mission is the first one in Future Proof. Let's go, sunrise.
With the war over, it's time for us to rebuild, to take stock of our situation, and to return to our roots as explorers. We've recently noticed that a star in an unexplored system near Ferenginar has become unstable. There's nothing to indicate any change to its stellar life cycle, so this is a perfect opportunity for us to chart the system, investigate the star, and improve our understanding of what's happening. I want you to head up this investigation. Find out why this star is suddenly dying, and make sure it isn't going to be a threat to any nearby worlds or systems.
Oh, okay. We received instructions to pick up a stellar phenomena specialist, a Cardassian scientist by the name of Tanora Zaval. She's currently at Deep Space Nine. We can beam her directly aboard from the station. Noted. We'll pick up the specialist when we reach Deep Space Nine. Oh. An advanced tactical escort is going on a science mission. Why not? I really do need to commission a science vessel. Leave a comment down below on what you would like to see me commission as a science vessel, because I currently don't have any. So anyway, helm, set a course for Deep Space Nine. Warp 7. Engage. Alright. DS9, I'm ready to be on board the specialist. Energize.
Thank you for the pickup. I'm Tenora Zuval. Let's get started. My preliminary observations show some kind of unknown stellar problem. This unexplored system near Ferenginar is undergoing solar death. Basically, it's as if the star is going out suddenly, but there's no good reason why. We need to get close enough to take some readings and see what we can figure out.
I see. Helm, depart from Deep Space Nine. Engage. We've arrived in system about 0.5 AU from the star, sir. Still no indication of what's causing the stellar decay. Detecting only gas giants in the system. No signs of rocky planets other than the occasional moon for those Jovians. We're a little outside optimal range. We could probably get better resolution on sensors if we nudged a few kilometers closer. Rightio, let's move in closer, get some readings of the star and see if we can figure this out. That's a blue... Is that a blue giant? It's a nice blue star.
Scanning in progress.
Initiating scan. Hello there, Grand Admiral.
Getting swamped with solar radiation. Try reducing the gain on your sensors.
Aye aye, narrow EM band.
Scanning in progress.
Initial results don't make any sense. The star's core reactions are failing, but it still has so much mass that it should be conducting fusion. It's as if it suddenly decided that it was no longer going to do hydrogen fusion, just heavier fusion processes.
How's it going? Well, I've only just started. We are conducting a analysis of a star near the Ferengi system. It's not functioning as it should be. So let's collect some stellar particles and see if we can find any clues with a more detailed analysis.
This kind of matter is ejected during corona events. We should be able to collect some with your ship's ram scopes if we head to one of the ejection zones.
Well, we'll set up a plot of locations where we can take samples. I have something a lot crazier to analyze. Oh, wait, what you got? Oh dear. Let's go this way. Also, I've upgraded. I've refit the Prometheus as well. Give it a new paint job. Nice.
Results are coming in now. This still isn't making any sense. It's as if the star's life cycle was suddenly accelerated somehow, but it never went through an expansion cycle. There's no good explanation for this yet. Maybe something else in the system caused it.
What if this phenomenon affected other bodies in the system as well?
If this is system-wide, we should find evidence of similar problems, with nuclear and chemical reactions in the system's gaseous bodies. There's a large amount of gaseous stellar matter further from the star. We should have no trouble checking that hypothesis.
Set a course for the next closest body in the system. Something called a toxic god above the star that was a type star into some kind of toxic star due to years of toxic exposure.
This is very strange. Usually nebulae are massive clouds between star systems. Finding a micronebula in system like this is quite rare. This may be the result of an event such as a cosmic string, shearing through a gas giant and turning it back into particulate matter. I'll need some more readings to know for certain.
Oh, determine the best place to scan for information.
All the particulate matter will make your ship's sensors unreliable beyond a few kilometers, and shields will be offline. The best we'll be able to do is to check small areas until we get close to something unusual. We should head to where the deionized particle density is highest.
Okay, switch to short-range scanners. That sounds interesting. So you got like a god or a omnipotent being, I'm guessing there, Grand Admiral, that's affecting the star. Right, where we go? Nah, okay.
Scanning in progress.
Let's go this way.
Scanning in progress.
Oh, we have something strange going on here. Reading deionized particles, ice fragments, trace amounts of inert materials. Picking up some low-level distortions, possibly from impulse engines. Another ship may have been here recently. Well, keep searching. If there's another ship here, we should see if they know anything.
Scanning in progress. Scanning in progress. Scanning in progress.
Readings indicate agitated particles and trace heat residual trail from an impulse engine. Reading an energy surge, possibly something heading this way. Tholians. Oh, joys. Always the Tholians. What are Tholians doing here?
Data is coming in now. Nothing unusual coming in from the nebula, but those Tholian ships were quite far from home. Unfortunately, they can't give us answers. Looks like there's some heavy ionization on the far side of the nebula, though. As if it's receiving some kind of reflected radiation from one of the gas giants.
Interesting. What's that, Grand Admiral? I'm definitely gonna be removing the hyperlanes to that system once I can. Don't want it to go anywhere else. True. Don't Tholians only care about temporal stuff? Well, yeah, they can detect, like, you know, things that do not belong, like, you know, time shenanigans, and they think it's their duty to eradicate or get rid of time manipulation stuff. Yeah, but they're very xenophobic, so they rarely interact with other species. Yeah, so set a course for the gas giant. There's a large asteroid ring around this gas giant, sir. We're reading a few metallic asteroids of some low-level radiation. Maybe some additional clues, but nothing concrete. There's a lot of small debris moving at high speed here. Nothing we can't clear up with our weapons, but we'll just need to make sure not to miss. Helm, stand by for evasive maneuvers. Set a course for the largest radioactive asteroid. The asteroid is mostly silicates, with a few small deposits of iron and magnesium. Nothing particularly special. Move on to another asteroid. Good thing I got a small ship. This asteroid has some zinc, copper, cobalt, plus traces of tungsten and mercury. A bit uncommon, but it doesn't give us any clues. Move on to another asteroid. Yeah, good that you got a small ship. Yeah, I thought I'd bring back the Prometheus, give it a bit of a new paint job, and change it up a little bit.
Scanning in progress.
Large amounts of nickel, some titanium and uranium, lots of silicone. Here's something interesting, sir. The asteroid's been excavated along one side. Looks like someone used a primitive mechanical probe to crack part of the asteroid and remove some of it. Low-grade warp signatures, nothing sophisticated. Someone's been here, but probably not with the kind of technology that could explain the stellar problems. Let's get closer to that gas giant and its moons and see if we can find any other clues. Things are getting interesting now. So what does it have now? Well, the ship. Well, if you can see it in the light. It's a bit dark, but like, I've reverted the colours, or inverted them, so the yellow is now where the grey was, and the grey is now where the yellow was. I've realigned the nacelles, so they're both the same, and they're stretched further back, and I've got a larger, more circular saucer section. What kind of equipment? We have disruptor dual heavy cannons that has 903 damage. We got resonant disruptor dual heavy cannons which have 1,433 damage. A radiant quantum torpedo launcher that has 12,053 damage. Thoron infused quantum torpedo which has 12,415 kinetic damage. Couple quantum torpedoes around 8,000 damage each, and then an ancient omnidirectional phaser beam array with 560 anti-proton damage, along with experimental hyperexcite ion stream projector that has 3,000 damage. Yeah, most of these are like upgraded, and obviously the shields are 9,298.6. So it's tanky. I like the colour of that gas giant.
Scanning in progress.
This is interesting. We're picking up several moons around the gas giant, and some of them are habitable. Admiral, I'm picking up comm traffic. One of these moons is inhabited. Why didn't we pick this up outside the system? There are thousands of background signals in space, sir. Many from civilizations we haven't encountered yet. Since a preliminary long-range scan of the system shows no Class M or L planets, it seems that nobody thought that it would be inhabited. Our computers just classified these signals as ambient background until we were right on top of the transmitters. Universal Translator is updated now. Any signs of starships or bases? A few minor orbital facilities, significant industrial infrastructure, 8 billion inhabitants. Sir, I'm picking up a few low-power warp trails. Nothing the size of a starship, maybe a handful of probes. There's evidence that we've come across an early warp-capable civilization here. Oh, let's conduct a few more scans. If this is a warp-capable society, when we make first contact, we don't want to seem hostile.
Greetings, unknown vessel. This is Administrator Kumarke. Please provide identification.
Kumarke? This is Admiral Dr. McKay of the USS Prometheus. I represent the United Federation of Planets.
Welcome to Lucari. Visitors here are rare, but we're always gratified by the chance to meet and exchange information with travelers. I regret that you have arrived at a difficult time. You may have noticed that our home star has become unstable. I'm leading a project to try to reignite the star. Unfortunately, we've already suffered severe disruptions, and we have a lot of problems to tackle right now.
Well, we've noticed the problems with your star. We came to investigate why this is happening.
These problems started only recently, just a few days ago. Our astronomers noted a significant shift in the star's output, and now it looks like it's guttering and dying. If we can't solve this problem, it's the end of our species. I'm the project leader for our solar probe team. We're going to try to restart fusion with a quantum chromodynamic accretion burst, but honestly, this is a colossal problem, and it may be beyond us.
My ship is part of a larger fleet. We have advanced technology and we may be able to assist you.
We have a solar probe ready that contains the booster module that needs to be fired into the star. It's capable of warp 2. There's a problem, though. The probe's remote navigation systems don't work. All of the interference from the solar flaring and guttering is blocking the signal. Could your ship get a trajectory plot so that we could set a pre-programmed course?
We'll look into it. We can use our astrometrics computer to build a plot. Alrighty, yeah. Adjust trajectories. Alright, what adjustments do you want to make to the probe's can't even speak. Trajectory, sir. Point 1 should be an elevation of 9.850. It is currently at that, so I want to point you to be at the... Okay, so... Oh. Yep, and then the other one should be... That should do. Display trajectory plot. Elevation on first point is good. Angle on the second point is good.
We're getting your telemetry now. I'll have my engineers prepare the probe. Let's see if this works. Nothing to worry about, just the future of my planet.
We'll hold position for you to launch the probe.
The probe's made it out of orbit. Engaging secondary boosters to head out of planetary range.
You can do it! The probe's engines are hitting full burn.
It's gone to warp.
We're tracking telemetry from the probe. Its guidance systems and sensors are functioning in spite of the interference.
The probe is arriving at the solar corona. Deploying chromodynamic booster. No effect. It didn't work. Repeat. It didn't work. Well, that was our one shot. Thank you for trying to help. I'm not sure what to try next. Maybe we can evacuate a few people. I'm not going to give up. But the situation is grim. If your people can offer any other help, we would welcome it. But I just don't see a way to relocate 8 billion people in the next few hours.
We are not necessarily out of solutions. We might still be able to find a way to reignite the star. So I know an investor is entering the system. Small, but can't get a reading through its hull. Okay, where is it? Down there.
My name is Caldano. Looks like I've arrived at the perfect time. I'm here to help with the problem with this star. I'm a scientist, and I have some specialized knowledge that can help.
It's nice to meet you, Cal. Your help will be appreciated.
With apologies for the interruption, this is my home star. My people are the ones at risk here. If you have some way to reverse this process, my people should be involved.
Agreed. Since no other solutions have presented themselves, we should at least hear him out.
All right, I'm willing to do so, but it will take me a little while to get a shuttle out there. As you might imagine, things are a little hectic over here right now.
Well, you don't worry. We won't need a shuttle.
You won't be able to get a lock on my ship interior due to the subspace manifolds. I'll go ahead and bring you aboard.
Okay, ready for transport. 5 to beam. Energize. Ah, this is interesting. I do like blue stars. See, the name Caldano rings a bell, but I can't think where.
Welcome aboard. I'm Caldano.
You moved me here without crossing the intervening space. You have quantum teleportation technology.
Yes. We call it a transporter. It has a limited range, but it's useful for going from surface to ship.
Impossible! This ship's interior is massive, even though it's no bigger than a shuttle.
My ship uses compactified subspace folds. It's bigger on the inside.
Doctor Who, anyone? Right now, though, we have big issues to handle. Alright, talk to Administrator Kumarak.
This is all quite overwhelming. This Caldano person is another stranger from somewhere else. And you're here to help with our dying star?
Yes, we came to investigate the star and now we're involved.
Oh. Yes, I suppose I can see how a star suddenly dying might attract someone's attention.
Normally my people are explorers and we would open diplomatic relations to engage in first contact, but this isn't a normal situation.
It's an odd coincidence. We'd probably never have met if it weren't for the trouble with the star. My people have never really had any desire to go exploring out there. We've sent a few probes and met a couple of neighbors, but we're happy at home and we have what we need, so why risk it? I guess this crisis answers that question. The galaxy is bigger than us. And to survive, we need to look past just our homeworld.
Maybe a thesaurus. Now I get tongue-tied very easily sometimes. I read like a word or two ahead of what I'm actually saying, and then it messes up my speech. It's a constant issue I've had since I was a kid. The United Federation of Planets makes exploration a peaceful contact. And it's like that. I said exploration a peaceful, not and. So, yeah, I struggle sometimes. The United Federation of Planets makes exploration and peaceful contact with new species one of its primary missions.
It sounds like you have a lot of experience in meeting other kinds of people. Maybe if we survive this, we can take the chance and learn more about each other. To talk about what we might have in common and what we have to offer.
I'm sure that my people will want to open relations. Your experience here will make you a natural choice to participate in those discussions.
What can I do to help? My home is at risk. I want to do something. To be involved in solving this problem.
Okay, we got stay with me. You can see how we study and solve these problems. Stay with Cardano. This is his ship, so he can probably explain it best. Wait here. It'll be safe, friend. Less risky. This is going to be a delicate process. Alright, stay with me. I was here first, as they say. Alright, Cal.
Welcome to my ship. Don't be alarmed. This vessel is from the 31st century, and it has some technology you may not recognize yet. I can assure you, though, that I'm here to help.
Oh, that explains why I wasn't able to scan through your ship's hull, or how you are able to have technology that can repair a dying star.
Correct. I'm associated with the Temporal division of... well, let's just say that I'm an ally from the future, and I'm here to save the Lucari star.
So this involves changing the time stream. I've heard about enough of that recently.
No, I'm trying to prevent changes. Someone's tampered with this star. It's not supposed to die out here. The Lucari don't disappear today, at least not if we have any say in it. I have some technology that can help, but we'll need to rework it in order to repair the star's fusion processes. What I need you to do is help me align this matrix to match the star's original spectrum.
Alright, I'll try to align the matrix.
I'll regulate the device's main power state from this console.
Someone playing with time again. Yeah, someone's messing with time. Okay, blue wavelengths ring, so I need to increase. Lock in wavelength. I wonder if it's got anything to do with the Temporal Cold War. Sir, while scanning, I got some data on Cardano, and it's a little surprising. He seems to be a hybrid of human and Vulcan with a small amount of DNA from the people of this world. Apparently, at some future date, these people, the Lucari, have a stronger tie with the rest of the galaxy. So he's not just protecting this planet, he's protecting his own ancestors from annihilation. This actually means he's probably more reliable. Let's finish repairing this star. Adjust the red spectrum. So I want to increase as well. Okay.
Sounds like whoever tried to destabilize the Lucari stars decided to come knocking. Let's see who... They're packing a real wallop. Shields just went down. We have incoming.
Weapons ready. Prepared to repel borders. Okay.
What are those things?
Oh, Tholians. Goddamn Tholians.
Tholians, keep them away. I need to finish these computations.
Time to squat some bugs. Uh-oh. Everyone dead? No room to maneuver. Went out with everyone didn't die.
I have the device shielded with a force field, but I can't deploy it until these Tholians are out of the way. Shields are back up. They shouldn't be able to get any more boarding parties over.
I'm caught in a net. I'm caught in a trap. Alright. Yeah. Alright.
We've got a breather. Now I just have to charge the device and prepare it for use. In just a few minutes, it'll propagate a quantum wave shift that should correct the star's stalled fusion process. You should head back to your ship, and I'll send the administrator back home.
Aye aye, Cardano. Good luck. 5 to beam. Energize. Or 1 energize, you know.
The device is charging. We should be just a few minutes away from repairing the star now.
Standing by.
Give us the talks, mutant.
So, what?
You will surrender. The talks you have, or you will be destroyed.
They want the Toxu tap?
One more time. Choosing to start.
Oh. Man, I love those destructor cannons. God damn it. I'm dead.
Capacitors full. Firing in 3 seconds. Activating the rejuvenator.
I know that ship.
It's working. Look at the star. Check the spectral readings. The fusion process is reigniting, and it's returning to normal.
Readings are stabilizing. The shockwave should be barely noticeable by the Lucari.
Some of those ships have just arrived at our home system. They're attacking our homeworld. We don't have any way to repel starships like this. Please help us.
On our way.
Please, you have to stop them. We don't have any warships to face them.
Managed to get my ship in a web. I need your help.
Coming. If I remember rightly, the Toxu Tat was part of the last story. The last bunch of missions.
Stolen my quantum phase inhibitor.
Just warp into the planet, as you do. No, not good at all.
Thanks for the save, but the Tholians managed to steal the Tox Utot while they had my ship whipped.
Damn.
That must have been their plan all along. My data suggests that the Tholians used a trilithium warhead to destabilize the star. But the amount of resources needed to build such a weapon makes it inefficient, to say the least. No, I suspect that somehow they knew that I'd come here to save this star, and that I would bring the Tox Utot. Fortunately, the Lucari star is safe. However, nobody else will be as long as the Tholians have that device. They could use it to snuff out or destabilize stars anywhere they want.
We have to get it back from them somehow, but that means we have to figure out their next target.
I have some thoughts on that, but I will need to do some calculations. These events and the Tox Utat itself are tied up in the Temporal Cold War. The Tholians may not care, but by using the Tox Utat, they risk distorting the timeline by wiping out civilizations that are supposed to survive into the future, such as the Lucari. I'll be in touch. At least now the Lucari will have a promising future.
Understood.
Caldano is correct. You have preserved our future. My people will be forever grateful, not to mention my personal gratitude, of course. I think we have a bright future ahead of us, if you'll forgive my play on words. I am eager to see where it leads.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you once again.
Thank you, Administrator. My people will contact you again soon. We have many matters to discuss.
I wish I could ask you about your science, your trade, your society. But I suppose there will be time for all of that now that our crisis has been averted. Won't there?
First contact with another species is one of the most important duties. Our initial meeting has shown promise for an exchange of culture and knowledge.
I think our friend the Administrator here is going to need a ride home. Would you mind? If you'll pick her up and take her home, I'll start looking for more data about the Tholians' plans.
We'll rendezvous with you shortly. Look at that, right next to you. That's a tiny ass little ship, isn't it? Bye
I
bye.
have collected an amazing amount of information about what happened to this star. Thank you for bringing me along. Once we're back in Allied space, I'll take a shuttle home.
Ah, the future, eh? It seems that first contact with the Lucari has gotten off to a reasonable start. Now we just have to hope that when the Tholians show up again with the Tox Utat, we can stop them from doing anything disastrous. We are ready to leave the system on your orders, sirs. Says. Okay then, Helm. Set a course. Whoop-8. Engage. What, straight into the planet? Ah, sorry, it's only a gas giant. I know, right? Time travel.
A first contact is a significant event for the Federation. We will be glad to open a dialogue with the Lucari people. Unfortunately, the loss of the Tox Utat is troubling. We have some reports about this device from when Jean-Luc Picard encountered it on Ryza in 2366. And obviously, we can't let the Tholians keep a piece of future technology that can destabilize stars. We'll have to deal with that later.
Aye, Admiral. Oh, quantum phase torpedo. Let's have a look. 5,900 damage. It's not too bad. Universal quantum phase converter. Quantum phase beam array. Quantum phase dual heavy cannons. 858. Whew, might have to get them. Dual phaser beam. I'll go with the quantum phase dual heavy cannons. What's that? Are you an ambassador now as well, considering you made first contact? Well, most captains of starships are ambassadors as well.
The Tox Utat has fallen into the hands of the Tholians. Our intelligence indicates increased Tholian activity in the Nakul system. Caldano believes they are trying to interfere with the Nakul in the present because of actions they will take in the future. Caldano has asked you to rendezvous with him in the Nakul system.
Aye, aye, Admiral. Helm, set a course. Stormbound.
Good to see you again. Thank you for responding to my message so quickly. The Tholians have the quantum phase inhibitor. I've tracked their ship to this system, and I'm detecting some telltale quantum fluctuations within the star. They're trying to use the device. We need to stop them and recover it. First, however, we need to help the Nakul. At this point in their history, they're not prepared to repel a Tholian attack.
Agreed. Set a course for the lead Tholian vessel. The Nakul are hailing us, sir. Shall I put them on main view screen? On screen.
Unidentified vessel. You have entered our space without authorization. If you are an ally of the Tholians, leave now. We have done nothing to provoke their attacks, but we will defend ourselves.
We will render any assistance we can. What do you need?
Thank you. My people have few warships. Any assistance you could provide against the Tholians would be appreciated.
Consider it done. Helm, shields up, red alert. Let's go. Say hello, ship. Kept me attracting me. Little son of a bit. Well, that mesh, or that web,
It's as if the star's nuclear fusion is decaying at an increased rate.
Yes, they stole a device from us that interferes with the fusion process in the sun.
So this is your fault?
Hey, it's not my
Why
fault.
would you make such a terrible thing? You caused this problem. I expect you to fix it, or we will hold you and your people responsible for the consequences.
Caldano created the device in the future. The Tholians stole it from him. We're just trying to set things right.
I should have never made that device. I was only focused on the idea, on whether it was possible. I didn't stop to think of all the harm it could do in the wrong hands. We have to stop the Tholians before they shut down the star's fusion. If that happens, the effect on this system will be devastating. The Nakul will lose their home, and life will probably never develop here again.
Helm, laying a course for the star. Full impulse. I bet you 6 of my corvettes that they can beat an entire armada without taking any losses. What will beat your entire armada? The Tholians?
The lead Tholian ship has the quantum phase inhibitor. They're going to use it on the star. We have to stop them. Board that vessel and get it back.
Okay, let's go. All right. Yeah, those new disruptors are pretty decent. Man, wait till. Right. Oh no, an enemy armada of 100 ships against my 6 ships. Who do you think will win? Well, it depends on your ships. Yeah. If I knew what like class of ships you were rocking compared to their ships, yeah. Sometimes numbers beats, but if you got a strong ship, good defenses, good weapons. You got corvettes, or they got corvettes. I don't know, I have to go with that probably 100 ships, unless you got like a secret weapon you're not telling me about. Alright, you just made out of that. Well, good luck in the battle to come. Oh, damn it. They've got me in a cage. You already won. That's crazy. Well, good job. 6 ships versus 100. Sounds like the odds I'm facing every day on Star Trek. Oh, where is it? Yeah, it took a few seconds to annihilate the entire fleet. How'd you manage that? I said, it sounds like me every day on Star Trek. Yeah, me versus, like, insurmountable odds. Well, he tracked me. Oh, come on, attract him again. There we go.
Oh no, they're using the toxins on.
Oh, no, good. I'm too late. The Tholian ship is disabled and sensors to confirm the toxic tact is aboard. We can't get a lock on it though, too much interference. Recommend we send an away team in a shuttle to board the ship and retrieve the device. Right, before we go and fight this, what's this? Thanks to living armor plus suppression fields, it could even get through my armor, and any damage it did was repaired in like a day. Huh. I suppose you had superior technology. Always a win, isn't it? Is that why the Nakar was so hostile to the Federation? Because that happened? Probably cause and effect. I just need a pee, so I'll be back in a minute. Alright. Signal Caldano to join us in the shuttle bay and prepare to launch a shuttle. Let's go. Yeah, then the cool probably like, you know, hold it against us or something to do with, if time travel can be used to do that, maybe they can use time travel to make their lives better. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. It's like, imagine, I don't know, you ever watch The Expanse? It's like maybe one of those ships versus a Star Trek ship. No comparison.
We've docked with a Tholian ship. The good news is that my scans indicate the quantum phase inhibitor is on the bridge. All we need to do is go get it. The bad news is that the Tholians know we're here. They're not going to give up without a fight.
Understood. We're ready.
The Tholians come from an environment that is extremely hazardous to most humanoids. You and your team will need environment suits to survive.
Understood. Thanks for the reminder. Okay. Oh.
Tholians, just as xenophobic and opportunistic in your time as mine.
That's what they kind of look like. It's hard to tell if they're made of crystal or they're made of like an organic substance. Room is clear. What's that? Yeah, your weapons may have a chance to get through my Corvette's defenses easily, but then it will be
getting closer to the toxic
repaired in like
stay alert.
Repaired in a few seconds. So you got kind of got like regenerative hull repair, yeah? Is it bioorganic or just mechanical? Honestly, after embarrassing them like that, no one is probably gonna mess with me now. No. Definitely the way forward. A show of force always seems to deter players. Living metal, what, kind of like nanites? not like nanites. Alright.
The bridge should be just ahead.
Actually, metal that is moving and can remember certain things, so it's always auto repairs itself. Very nice. Don't think we have that type of technology in this universe. We have ablative hull armor and bio, like semi-organic. That can like auto repair itself.
Now we just need to drop that force field, get the quantum phase inhibitor, and get off this ship before the rest of the Tholians get here to stop us.
Drop the field, get the quantum phase inhibitor. Got it. What's that? Sure, we could use nanites, but they could be hacked and reprogrammed, and organic is vulnerable to stuff like bioweapons. True, true, true.
Finally, we have the quantum phase inhibitor. I brought this device through time to hide it from the Vorgons, but I never thought the Tholians would steal it. Now we need to hide it where it will be safe from both of them. Are you ready? This will be a longer trip than you're used to taking.
Beam us to the show and launch immediately. Here we go. Let's get to the ship.
Set a course for the Ryza system.
Nice. A little shockwave afterwards. Hey, question for cruisers. Should I use all cannons as well as use scores cannons? All cannons sound pretty decent.
Ryza, early 22nd century. Even the tourists won't be in this region for a few years yet. No one will be looking for the quantum phase inhibitor here. Not now, anyway. Let's try that cave up ahead. It looks like a good spot.
Acknowledged. So we come full circle.
Wow, rain on Ryza. I guess they haven't installed the weather control systems yet.
Because Jean-Luc Picard finds the Toxu tap on Ryza.
We have to hide the device very well. I can't afford to let it fall into the wrong hands again. And the Vorgons are very persistent. No, that's too obvious. Anyone could find it there.
What's that? Sure, cannons have high fire rate but low damage, and Gauss cannons are high damage but not as fast as the fire rate. I'd probably go with a mixture, but I'd have more auto cannons than.
But I still think it will be too easy to find.
Gauss cannons. That makes sense.
That's it. Someone will find it in a few hundred years, but that's a different story for a different captain. Let's get back to your time. We need to check on the Nakul.
Well, ready to beam up. So I'm the one who helped place
Setting
it.
course for 24.
Boom. That sounds like a nice balance.
We need to get back to the Nakul.
Man, that temporal vortex looks real nice. So we have arrived back in the Nakul system in the present, and Caldano has launched a ship. The Tholians are hailing us on screen.
Return the talks with Ted, and we will let you live.
We no longer have the device. We've hidden it where you will never find it. There we go. Oh, I know where he's going.
This is Captain Walker of the USS Postok. We are responding to a temporal distress call. Do you require assistance?
Oh dear. I'm caught in a trap. Victory. That's a nice looking ship.
What happened to our son? What did you do?
And actually I'm gonna switch to all cannons and plasma accelerators, so it's 1 Gauss cannon, 2 all cannons and 3 plasma accelerators. That seems like an awkward moment. It is, yeah. What happened to our son? What did you do? We were unable to stop the Tholians, but we were able to retrieve the toxic tat and hide it where nobody can find it.
I'm sure that will be a great comfort to our citizens as they freeze to death.
We will do whatever we can to assist you.
You have done quite enough. Leave us alone. Time travelers and malcontents and Tholians. The whole lot of you can fall into a black hole. Now go. We have to figure out how to save our people. And then we'll take steps to protect ourselves. Time is a weapon, and it will never be turned against us again.
Let us know if you change your mind and want our help. What you say? Why didn't you repair the star before hiding it? I'm not sure if it works that way, but...
This is Captain Benjamin Walker of the USS Postok. I'm responding to an emergency temporal transmission from these space-time coordinates, but we are no longer detecting the source of these transmissions. Did you lose a time traveler?
Yes, Caldano's ship was damaged and he fell through a temporal portal.
I think you better come aboard while we resolve this. Prepare for transport.
Beam to the Postok. Time travel. Maybe because the star was already destroyed, Grand Admiral, you can't fix it. Yeah. Kind of like, yeah, you can't go back in time to the events beforehand. Yeah. I don't know. It's one of those plot story devices that, yeah, make them Nakul, yeah, the enemy in the future. Yeah, I think what happened was it stopped all its fusion processes, so it kind of just died. Hey!
Greetings. It's nice to see you again.
Again, we've never met before.
Not that you remember. We need to scan the continuum for Caldano. Would you care to assist me?
Of course. I know where he went.
Were you able to locate Caldano?
His ship is in the 22nd century, but these readings are strange.
Enter the temporal coordinates into the transporter.
Acknowledged. Yeah, but with the right tech, you can reignite brown doors. True. Oh, he did.
What happened with Caldano?
He's dead, and it looks like he's been dead for centuries.
No, this was meant to happen. Caldano went further back into the past than you knew. The NX-01 Enterprise, captained by Jonathan Archer, found his ship in the 22nd century, and his chief engineer activated Caldano's emergency temporal circuit, which returned the ship to its last known time, this one. But by the time that happened, Caldano had been dead for centuries. The Tox Utat is safe. It was found in the mid-24th century by Captain Jean-Luc Picard, who destroyed it before it could be used to harm others.
And the Nakul? Isn't there anything we can do for them?
Altering the past causes ripples. The effects move through time, shifting everything they touch, and it may take eons for all of them to be seen. The Nakul will survive, although their homeworld will be lost. They will become time travelers themselves, and their actions in the Temporal Cold War shaped the galaxy you now know. There are some things you shouldn't change, that you can't change.
The Temporal Cold War?
You could check Captain Archer's old logs for more information, but you will know all about it soon enough. You are entering a dangerous era in history. Time travel like warp drive before it will radically change your society. I'll see you again. We have a lot to do.
Farewell, Captain, and thank you. Are you ready to return to the ship? Aye, aye. One's beam. Energize. So what's that? Okay, now I'm kind of scared of my own cruisers because they now have a combined firepower of 154,000.
This is a sad day for the Federation. We failed to save the Nakul system. And our friend from the future, Caldano, is dead. I know you did everything you could. Sometimes, especially when we venture into time travel, things must play out a certain way. So, at least the timeline has been preserved. Captain Picard can now find the Tox Uthot on Risa in the 24th century. Still, let us mourn for Caldano and the Nakul people.
Aye, aye. On with the next one. Oop. Time and Tide.
We have been contacted by the Federation from the 29th century. Their Temporal Integrity Commission is charged with protecting the timeline from factions who might want to change history. Considering our recent experiences, we feel the need to better understand the rules of time travel. However, it's important we don't know too much about the future, so we have decided to designate one representative to learn what we need to know. Given your record, you were the logical choice.
Oh, lucky
you
me.
are to rendezvous with the USS Postok. Her captain will give you a more thorough briefing upon arrival.
Cover to the Kenya system in the Delta Quadrant and rendezvous with USS Pastak. Aye, aye, Admiral. I'll do my best. Why is it always me who gets these special missions? Okie dokie. Helm, set a course for the Delta Quadrant. Transwarp. Engage.
Please report to the USS Postok.
Aye, aye. Sure, as weapons may be weaker than what you have, but how much they tank makes up for it. So true. A good defense is a good offense.
It's a pleasure to see you again. I'm glad you were selected as your time's representative. I can't imagine a better selection. Of course, I already knew you were going to be chosen, but that doesn't change my appreciation.
Okay.
Your recent experiences with time travel have begun a new phase of development, and a perilous one at that. Understanding the rules of time travel is of vital importance.
Tell me about the Temporal to Prime Directive.
Starfleet personnel are strictly forbidden from directly interfering with historical events and are required to maintain the timeline when possible. We're also restricted from revealing too much about the future. These principles have served Starfleet well. Now that the time travel genie is out of the bottle, it'll be hard to get it back in. The tech will spread through the galaxy, and species after species will learn the secrets of time.
I've seen that firsthand, several times. Today, you're going to be signing the Temporal Accords. It's an honor you've earned as an agent, and I think it's important that you see for yourself what the work of the Alliance will lead to, and how important it is to future civilizations. Thank you. It is an honor.
Are you ready to visit the future?
Let's go. Take me to the future. Yeah, I'm gonna see. New Kittimer.
Welcome to New Kittimer.
Kittimer. Very nice. What's that? Yeah, I'm gonna see if we're gonna get the weapon strength up so it's a mix between offense and defense. Alright. See, if it was me, I'd always go for better defensive weapons.
Here we are. Since you're from the past, I'll be your chaperone during the event, hopefully protecting you from any temporal incidents. Purely procedural, of course. You've already demonstrated your ability to remain silent about things you aren't supposed to know.
Acknowledged. My lips will be sealed.
Welcome, gentle being, to the signing of the Temporal Accords. Your biosigns aren't listed on our register today. I'll need to... wait. I know you. I wrote a paper about you in classical history class at the Academy. I must say, you look much younger than your holo images. Wait, what year did you come from?
2410?
Oh, that explains why you look so young. Well, you sure have an eventful future ahead of you.
No spoilers.
Forget I said that. I'm not supposed to say things like that. To be honest, I'm still getting used to the new temporal regulations. They can be a little confusing. Anyway, the TIC crews are scrubbing the hall for anything that might cause a paradox if visitors from the past, like yourself, encounter them. It will be just a few moments.
Very well.
Perhaps you would like to chat with some of our other guests here in the lobby. I believe they have all been cleared for trans-temporal interactions. I'm sure you'll have plenty to talk about.
Indeed, thank you. Yeah, no spoilers, mate. I know you.
Greetings, friend. How may I help you?
What? I know you.
Where do I start? I'm 157 years old. But that's only because I spent 90 years caught in a temporal distortion. Back then, I was serving as an ensign under Captain Bateson on the USS Bozeman. After that, integrating back into Starfleet was difficult. So much had changed. Some of my shipmates joined temporal investigations. Their first-hand knowledge of past events was quite useful. Seemed like a way to make a difference. So that's where I ended up as well.
Well, don't you recognize me?
Pretty certain we haven't met until just now. Not yet, at least. I just graduated from the Academy as a temporal agent. That being said, it's quite possible that we will meet in the future. Well, my future.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I'll try to act surprised when it happens.
Okay, that's all for now. So I've met his future self. Time travel. The Nakul protester.
The Nakul are here to protest the signing of these unlawful, biased accords.
Why?
The Tholians ravaged our homeworld thanks to the Federation's ineptitude. In one dark moment, my people were scattered throughout the stars. All we were, our history, our way of life, was nearly lost. And when we needed the Federation the most, we were denied. Terrorists, they called us. Criminals, the dregs of the galaxy. These words, these deeds will never be forgotten or forgiven.
Sounds like you have a grudge. I'm not sure what the tragedy of the past has to do with today's events.
Today, the Federation and their lackeys come to tell the galaxy which timeline is best and what they'll do to keep it that way. But who are they to dictate such terms? To tell us that their history is more important than ours?
Alright, love, calm down. So, you would change the past despite the risks. You could undo your own existence.
My existence? My existence has been nothing but hardship and pain. The life of an exile. I'd gladly sacrifice it to restore my homeworld and prevent the mass exodus of my people. Don't tell me you wouldn't do the same, were our places reversed.
I'd resist the temptation. Too much could go wrong to risk it.
Attention all guests. The main hall is now open. Please make your way to your seats.
Aye, aye, computer. Man, that's a lot of people here to talk to. There's a Tholian ambassador. Master of ceremonies. Talk to her in a minute. Ixindi, Cardassian. Let's have a look at Ixindi.
The Xindi are no strangers to temporal affairs. The tragic conflict with Earth in the 22nd century and our manipulation by the Sphere Builders are matters of deep shame for us all. We support the Accords with the hope that they will prevent such tragedies from this day forth.
Was that okay? Now, after a test against Toxic God, the autocannons are kind of useless against long range, so I'm swapping them out for Gauss cannons. Hey, remember the Toxic God? God, yeah? You said that it was messing with the stars, yeah? A worthy goal.
I must say, I am privileged to witness this historic event. Truly, it is a singular honor. I'm humbled, as I'm sure you are as well.
Indeed, we'll be seeing history in the making today. Brain, Tholian, what we got? Dominion, Romulan. Let's talk to Tholians.
The Tholian Assembly has decided to support the Accords. We are concerned that a rogue individual or species could disrupt our development. The Accords do not go far enough. We want to end all time travel for any reason. We will continue to lobby for change aggressively. Should the Union fail to preserve the timeline, the Assembly will succeed by any means necessary. That is all.
It must be your friendly nature that got you selected as an ambassador. I managed to gain control of it, so now it's under my command. Very nice.
Time travel is a coward's weapon. Their greed and heresy have us behind the present, rather than the memory of the past, the dream of the future.
I'm sure your support of the Accords is appreciated.
While the Accords promise to safeguard the time stream for us all, I can't help but ponder the opportunities for temporal abuse that will remain after they are signed. I fear great imbalance could occur, despite the very good intentions of all the signatories involved.
You make a good point.
I am honored by the Founders and pleased to observe this most historic event. Although the Dominion was not greatly affected by the development of time travel, we have an interest in safeguarding the time stream.
That is good to hear. What's that? Now, should they try again to attack me, I will turn their worlds into toxic worlds. So you have
Jolan True.
Jolan True.
You are from the past. From before the time the Romulans joined the Federation, I'll wager. How strange all of this must be for you. The entire galaxy unites in preserving the timeline. This is truly a momentous day for all.
Indeed it is. Yeah, you got like a weapon of mass destruction now, haven't you? Got Ryan, Lucari, Federation Ambassador, Ferengi, Cooperative, Kabali.
Your uniform. 25th century, correct? You're definitely a visitor from the past, and an honored one at that. Welcome to the 28th century. I hope you'll enjoy seeing what your work and sacrifice has wrought.
Thank you for the honor.
Greetings. Pardon me for saying so, but you look very familiar. Have we met before? Wait, I remember you from my history studies. You saved our home world. There's a statue in your honor in the capital city on Lucari Prime.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wait. That's already happened for you, right?
No.
Oh, good. Whew. That'd be just my luck to cause a paradox here, today. Can you imagine?
There's a statue in my honor. That's what I've always wanted. Oh, that would be a little awkward, yes.
I am reminded of a quote from ancient Earth. And when Alexander saw the breadth of his domain, he wept, for there were no more worlds to conquer.
An interesting perspective. What's that? Well, it's not a weapon, it's an animal, so I got an animal of mass destruction.
These Accords are going
Brilliant.
to provide quite the opportunity for historical studies of economic matters. I hear the Grand Negus is going to formally announce several new temporal rules of acquisition soon. I hope at least one of them covers going back in time to beat someone to a deal.
Hopefully in a way that prevents such activities.
The Borg have a checkered past when it comes to time travel, particularly where the Federation is concerned. Thankfully, we've had the chance to make amends. The Cooperative is proud to be a part of today's proceedings.
As am I. It's quite an honor.
We Kabali are quite thankful to see the Accords go into effect. Many who disagree with our customs could be tempted to return to a point in time where those customs could be disrupted permanently.
Indeed.
The Nakul are not here to sign these accords. We have already been victims of time-traveling aliens. But somehow this incursion into the timeline has been overlooked. Perhaps because of its importance to the founding of the Galactic Union. We proposed an amendment to restore our home world in the timeline, but it was rejected. Therefore we are here, with all eyes of the galaxy upon us, to point out the hypocrisy and unlawfulness of these accords.
I see. Wow. There's always one in there.
Well, one of our very special guests.
Oh, it's
it is so
Talaxian.
nice to meet you. I am Wixit, your humble master of ceremonies for this historic event. Quite an honor, wouldn't you say? So exciting. This ceremony is about to begin, so you should find your seat. But I'd love to chat with you after the signing.
She's also Bajoran, because she's got a Bajoran earring, so it's a Talaxian Bajoran. Interesting combination. Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
Delegates and honored guests, your attention please. The signing ceremony is about to begin. Please take your seats.
Here we go.
Representatives from dozens of species have gathered to witness this historic event. It looks like they are getting ready to begin the formal signing. Of course, this is largely ceremonial. The negotiation... Wait, there is some kind of
This oppression will not stand. The time stream shall be free. We will liberate the galaxy from the tyranny of the Temporal Accords. We shall wipe the stain of the Federation from history.
Quick, get the delegates to safety. The Krenim are taking the delegates hostage.
Oh, damn. Always something in there.
The Krenim have grabbed the delegates and are holding them hostage in some nearby offices. This is damn peculiar. We're facing a major temporal flux here. The hostiles have neutralized embassy security, but it looks like they weren't expecting us to be here. It's up to us to rescue the delegates.
Acknowledged. What's that, Admiral? Ooh. Well. Starkiller.
Watch out! More Krenim beaming in!
Sounds like a peaceful weapon, that, doesn't it?
More Krenim! Neutralize them as quickly as possible. We need to save those delegates.
Can anybody hear us? The Krenim are holding us hostage in the embassy offices. Please, anyone, help!
No doubt, no doubt.
The Krenim are holding us hostage, requesting immediate assistance.
Alright, calm down.
Hang on, we're on our way.
Why are the Krenim attacking, I wonder?
Resist, and your safety cannot be guaranteed.
Everyone good? Okay, go this way.
It was a good day to die for the Krenim.
Well said, Ambassador. Kapla!
My life path was at an end. My thanks for proving me wrong.
You're welcome. Come on, team, on to the next. Good job, Ensign. Standing there, guarding the transporter. How's he still alive? Right, dead now.
You saved my world, and now you saved me. I'm beginning to like you.
The feeling's mutual, Ambassador. Stay safe.
I shall live to serve the Founders another day. My thanks to you, of course.
You're welcome.
This wasn't supposed to happen. History says the Accords were signed and there was no mention of an attack.
We should return to our ships and see if we can help defense efforts. Ready to beam? Energize.
Those look like Krenim ships.
And they're attacking in force. We've got to stop them before they disrupt the timeline any further. Acknowledged.
This
Shields up.
conference will not continue. I won't abide it. All ships fire at will. Leave no survivors.
What type of weapon are you using?
I recognize that ship.
Hey, you recognize me, do you? It's an honor.
Not this time. This time, you will not prevail. Taste the bitter dregs of failure.
Well, I'm glad my reputation precedes me. Ooh. Another one? All I would need is a pathway to your universe and I could take out pretty much everyone with one of my battleships as command ship. And those poor fools, someone is preparing to declare war against me again. Well, good luck on them, eh? Yeah, they need the luck. I will just cloak and go their capital system again and remove their fleets from existence. Straight for the jugular, yeah?
Nakul have used the Krenim attack as a cover to attack the temporal sensor array. All our forces are tied up fighting the Krenim. We can't afford to lose that array. It monitors the time stream for incursions. If it were damaged, people could travel into the past without being detected. Curious. The Krenim and Nakul vessels have started fighting each other in the confusion. Let's make the most of that, shall we?
Understood. Helm, set an intercept course. So, over there. Here we go, people. Cool. What's that? I will do it like in the first war against them. You know what one good thing about time travel is? Creating negative time keys for encryption. Not exactly sure what that is, but sounds interesting. Great. Oh, this destroyer is tanky.
We've cleared out most of the Krenim ships. Engaging Anoraks now. The more the merrier.
What's that? Ope here is the war declaration again. 1 second, I'm gonna make them regret it by turning their homeworld into a toxic world. Well, good luck, Grand Admiral. I have to stop the credit here. That was easy.
I remember a little about him from my briefing on your timeline. He was a Krenim researcher on the Anorak's timeship project, if memory serves.
Yes, he helped us against the Iconians.
I thought as much. Something must have disturbed the timeline. I'm afraid you will need to return to your own time to investigate. I'll accompany you, but I can't interact with anybody from your time. I'll open a portal when you're ready. Are you ready now?
We're ready, Captain. Engage. At least my ship can tassel with them. I find the Odyssey Star Cruiser a little bit slow on the turn. So yeah, the Prometheus is definitely the ship for battle right now.
You are cleared for docking.
Welcome back to Kiana. We hadn't expected to see you again so soon. To what do we owe the pleasure?
I have some questions about Noi.
Noi? Well, he's been working on some secret project of late. To be honest, he's been more than a little hostile. And that's saying something for Noi. I was about to check in with him, if you would like to accompany me.
Lead on, Supervisor.
Oh, it's you. I thought I'd seen the last of you after you flew off to your great victory over the Iconians. Well, what do you want? I'm very busy.
What are you working on?
Come now, you can read, can't you? Access my latest report to command if you want to know what I'm working on. Feel free to waste the time of the charming bureaucrat standing next to you, but I'll thank you to stop wasting mine. Now, if this interrogation is over, I've more important matters to attend to. Good day.
We're not done, Noi, and watch your tone. What's that? Also, just those Starkiller weapons are so strong for being a mix between energy and kinetic weapons. Well, the name itself, Grand Admiral, is something, isn't it?
Like I said, more than a little hostile. He's been like this for some time now, and no one's sure why.
We have reason to believe he may be plotting treason. Would it be possible to see what he was working on?
Treason? Noi? I mean, sure, he's been difficult to work with, but... Oh, I hope you're wrong. Noi has top-level access to everything we're working on here. I don't need to tell you how much damage that could do in the wrong hands. Let me call up his files.
Thank you, Supervisor. Well, yeah, but I expected it to be over-exaggeration.
He was working on the Anoraks. Wait a minute. It looks like he was accessing the launch protocols and docking clamp.
Oh, that's not good.
Ah, I see you found my farewell gift, Tralla. I'm so glad. As for you, I'm taking command of the Anoraks now. I can see that bothers you greatly. So will the numerous bombs I've left behind.
God damn. Oh. Oh, he's launched the Anorex. Not good.
Noi stole the Anorax? I can't believe it. How could he do such a thing? What drove him to betray us like this?
Maybe there's a clue in his personal log.
There's only one way to find out. Computer, bring up the research notes and personal logs of researcher Noi. Authorization Trala 23, Victor 6 Sigma.
Thank you, Supervisor. What's that, Grand Admiral? I don't know if I should keep this war going or not because I already toxified a multitude of their worlds. Well, have they surrendered yet?
Please input your selection below.
Personal log supplemental. We had some visitors from the Alliance today. Noi was rather rude to them, but I managed to smooth things over. This time. Still, he has good reason to be stressed. The war isn't going well, and there's a lot of pressure on him right now. He could be a bit more agreeable, however. Perhaps a peace offering. Those Terran snack cakes he's so fond of with the... what is the word? Nougat.
Nougat.
I tried to tell him about the baby again last night, but he was so stressed out. I just couldn't add to his burden. Hopefully things will calm down a bit soon and I can tell him. On a positive note, my work is progressing quite well. I believe these logs should now be shielded from any kind of temporal incursion.
Oh, damn.
Please input your selection below.
They offered to surrender after I toxified their homeworld. Well, it's up to you then, isn't it?
Personal log supplemental. My review of the time capsule files is complete. What I have learned has shocked me to the very core of my being. I had a wife, and she was pregnant. My wife and unborn child were murdered by the Federation and their allies.
Oh, damn.
They devastated my people, murdered my family, and erased an entire species from time and space. I cannot let this stand. This I vow. I shall not rest until I have restored my family or avenged their deaths. Time itself shall be the instrument of my vengeance.
Well, that's not good.
Please input.
Personal log supplemental. At last, I have found them, the Tutarians, or rather, what they have become. Some of them managed to escape the treachery of the Federation, finding sanctuary in a trans-dimensional void. They are powerful, so powerful that some primitive species worship them like gods, and yet they are trapped in their realm, no longer able to exist within prime space. But I can help them. I can release them from Durance Vile. With these builders at my side, I shall have my vengeance for Clouda.
Well, we can see now why he's like that, yeah? Vengeance always turns people to the dark side.
Download complete.
What the? We're under attack!
Noi has returned, and he's made a number of potent modifications to his ship. We could use some help up here with him and his allies.
Aye, aye, Captain. Wonder beam. Energize. Ah, loading screens. I do love a loading screen.
I have been waiting for this for a long time. At last, I take the first fateful steps upon my path of vengeance.
But I just saw you. Where did you get your allies? What have you done to the Anoraks?
As always, your thinking is so limited. For you, it has been moments, but for me, it has been years. Years of planning, building, all to return to this moment in time, to end you.
By the way, what is the strongest material in your universe that has been used for ships? Well, geranium is used quite a lot in ships, and ablative armor. A mix of like geranium, titanium, stuff like that. Yeah, that doesn't happen. That doesn't have to happen, Noi.
Oh, but it does, believe me. You took them. My wife, my unborn child. Time was your weapon then, and it is mine now. With it, I will eradicate your wretched alliance, just as you wiped the Tutarians from history. But first things first. It's time for you to die.
What's that? Yeah, but surely there is something stronger than geranium. Probably. You might have neutronium, stuff like that. Like bioorganic hulls. They're pretty tough. You know, species 8472's hulls are pretty strong. But for the Federation, it's mostly geranium, titanium, stuff like that. You're better than this, Noi. Stand down.
This is Walker. We've got our hands full with Noi over here, but we'll keep him busy while you defend the station. We could use a hand once it's secure, though. Anorax packs quite a punch.
Acknowledged, Pastak. Here we go, guys. Another mission to save time. I've heard neutronium before. Not sure if it's used in ships though. There's definitely a substance in this universe. Thank you for the follow, Taco. Well, thank you very much. Ooh. Yeah, it's quite nice, isn't it? Thank you. Yeah, it's not the most efficient material for shipbuilding unless it's the pure neutronium from a pulsar or neutron star. Yeah, that'd be pretty dense, so wouldn't it? From a neutron star. Here we go. Man, those quantum torpedoes. If you get a volley completely on target, decimates them. Mate, the Anorex is pretty brittle. I'm gonna chase you down. Location unknown, date unknown. Admiral, we've been pulled into the time stream with the Anorex. We can't let her escape. Target our engines, section, and disable the main drive. Here we go, guys. That's it. Get your ass out of the time stream. Oh, that was nasty. I'm confused. Just replayed the same clip.
Oh, there you are. I thought we'd lost you. What happened to Noi?
He disrupted our warp field and made his escape in the chaos.
Damn. A rogue agent out there with a ship like the Anorax is a real big problem. One step at a time. Let's get you back to the 25th century once you're ready for the trip.
Oh, I'm ready. Let's depart. Engage. What's that? He sure does like his tricks. He does indeed.
So, Noi turned against us, huh? This is troublesome. With his theft of the Anorax, he poses a great threat to the galaxy. Sadly, I don't think we've seen the last of him. The surprise actions of the Nakul are also a concern. What could they be up to, I wonder? Regardless, I think you'll agree. The battlefield just got a lot bigger.
Yeah, all of space and time is now the battlefield, guys. Chronometric Polaron dual heavy cannons. 887 Polaron damage. That's pretty decent. What's that? Console tactical chronometric capacitor. Omnidirectional chronometric Polaron beam. Pretty decent. Time and Tide Admiralty bundle. Well, I'll have that. The USS Pastak. Nice. Well then, guys, I think that's going to be it for today's Star Trek Online playthrough. Going to keep it short for YouTube. 2 hours is more than enough time for a video for YouTube, so...
The data from the future...
Not yet! Yeah, so if you enjoyed the content and the time travel shenanigans we have been up to in today's video, feel free to hit the like button, don't forget to comment and subscribe on YouTube, and hit the follow button on Twitch to watch me live. It has been a blast. The time... was it Temporal Accords? Should have been signed, but they weren't. They were attacked by the Krenim. The Krenim leader, Null, is out for revenge for the the temporal incursion thing that got rid of his wife and unborn child, wherever it was. Vengeance is a deadly weapon. Well, there we have it then, guys. That is it. I've been Dr. McKay. I will be back with another stream shortly. Maybe a different game than Monster Hunter, so feel free to stick around. Until then, I've been Dr. McKay. Catch you all in the next video. Cheers and goodbye. And live long and prosper. See you Starside, Admiral.